LinkedIn. We're going to test how the LinkedIn feed works, how the YouTube and the Vimeo feed works. So it's a lot of new technology being tested here, and the PC is being pushed to its limits here. So we should be live any minute now on the Vimeo. We're going to test how the feed works, how the YouTube and the Vimeo feed works. So it's a lot of technology being tested here, and the PC is being pushed to its limits here. Okay, sorry about the echo. There's about a 12-second lag. We should be live any minute now on the Vimeo.
There's a guy that sounds just like you that's speaking after you.
Well, there's nothing worse than interrupting yourself, is there?
Manoj and I have unique accents.
About a 12-second lag. Should be live any minute now on the Vimeo. There's a guy that sounds just like you that's speaking after you. Yeah.
Hey, that guy sounds like me. Manoj and I have unique.
That has helped. When I hate to say it, that muting. So Frank, where is that accent from?
Originally South Africa,
Yeah.
but I've been in England for 25 years, and I've been in America for 10 years, between here and there. So it's a bit of a mixture, and I spend a month a year in Australia.
Right. Right.
So it's a real mongrel accent. Pretty easy to change. When I get to Australia, you just got to speak a little bit more like that, and I think I'm an Aussie.
Yeah. It's an agile accent.
Where are you from, Damien?
I'm from the west of Ireland.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and we've had spectacular weather here, pretty much for all of the lockdown period, and it has made things so much easier. West of Ireland weather doesn't necessarily work for us, but the days are getting longer, and the sun has been shining, and it has taken a lot of the sting out of it.
My girlfriend is Irish, so she lives in London, and we're planning to come and do a sort of 2-week drive through Southern Ireland, right down the bottom.
Yeah,
there's some beautiful places there.
It is, yeah. The whole thing there along from sort of that the Cork coast, it's all very foodie as well, and the combination of that and the food, and you mentioned whiskey. You have to do Middleton and the distillery.
I try all of the Irish single malts now.
Yeah.
One of my favorite food halls. What's the one called in Cork? That big indoor food hall market.
Oh, the potato market, isn't it?
It was just, I remember the food was fantastic there.
Yeah. It's that's a great combination, food and drink and
cigars. We've got to add cigars. I'll do my cigar reviews.
I'm with you big time on the whiskey. The cigar thing, not so much, but the food and the whiskey. The food and the whiskey I can buy into.
Yeah, the whiskeys are. My collection at the moment is I've got about 60 bottles. So,
well, I cleared up the space where I'm working now, a little flat thing that was beside the house, and there was a lot of stuff dumped in here for the last 7 years since we moved in, and I found 4 bottles of single malt that I'd completely forgotten about for 7 years. It was like Christmas.
Wow.
Like Christmas.
So what was it like the next morning?
Yeah. I'm not sure much about, I don't remember much about the entire day afterwards, but these things have to be done. Yeah,
I've got to get some Irish one. My favorite one is Macallan. And I've got 2 collector's bottles that I got in Dubai. It's the only place in the world where you can get it, at the Dubai duty-free Macallan shop. And I bought my son and myself a bottle there for $202. Got to Orlando, the same thing was selling for $799.
Oh, nice. Wow. Nice. Yeah.
But the only thing is I don't collect them, I drink them. So
Yeah.
Every time I had a sip, that's like $80, you know.
I was introduced years ago to small batch bourbon, and I got a bottle of Woodford Reserve coming through maybe LAX, and this was pride of place. This was the thing that I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it ran out. I was going, I'm not going back to the States for a while, and the next thing I found it in my local Tesco's.
Oh,
So
wow.
it kind of took
It's
some
a
of the
great bourbon, yeah.
exclusivity out of it. Still a really drinkable whiskey, though.
Yeah, I love Woodford.
Yeah.
Woodford's a bourbon, isn't it?
It's a bourbon, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. So, Barry, we have more people.
Very good, David. How are you keeping? All right.
Very good. I'm very good.
Good. So, have you seen Frank before?
No. This is a new treat for me.
Yeah, no, I've seen one or two.
Barry, did you have the translations going so everyone could understand me at the bottom?
Yeah, go again. I think I'm breaking up on me.
Did you have all of the translation underneath so people could see what I was really saying?
No, this is a treat for me.
Okay.
I've seen one or two.
Right. So,
Barry, did you have the translations going so everyone could understand? Manoj, I think you're going to have to switch that off because it's echoing there.
Go again. I think I'm breaking up on me.
okay.
All of the translation underneath so people could see what I was really saying. It's just like me.
Okay. So, guys, Barry.
We need to put
I think you're going to have to switch that off, Manoj.
It's switched off. That's just checking the Vimeo feed is going live. So it's going to Vimeo, it's going to YouTube, it's going to our website. So this is a more interesting, and we've got a very good turnout here of the initial group. So Frank, well done on that. So who's going to go first? Barry, you can judge and decide. And if you put your hands up on who wants to volunteer first.
Okay, let's everybody put their hands
Barry,
up.
do you want to do it first? Why don't you do one for Frank first, Barry?
Yeah, go for it, yeah. Okay.
Go, off you go, Barry.
So literally, I'm going to just follow the script as you said it. And so Barry Lynch is my name. The company is Paradigm Coaching. We provide coaching services to many different people, and I'm losing track of the actual sequence. So it's 20 seconds of credibility, 1 minute of
Feedback.
Yeah, feedback, and then focus on the outcome, and then who
you are.
So, okay, so let's crack on again. Hello, Barry Lynch is my name from Paradigm Coaching. We've been doing coaching for now over 6 years or more, and we have been utilizing Frank, and we found it the information in which he provides, and we're able to have the training courses that we did and some of the information that was provided on a regular basis. We found it really reliable and effective, including a lot of the equipment that we had used. We found his recommendations very strong. So I'd just like to say thank you to Frank, and that's it. I think that's too good.
Okay, now that's again. So again, for anyone that's going to do it, tighten it up a little bit there. So I would have said, hi, this is Barry. We help coaches to become more effective, whatever. So just one big thing that you do there. And then listen to Frank today. Here's 3 ideas I took away that I can apply to my business tomorrow. Or here's 3 ways we can increase, and then finish off with, again, this is Barry Lynch from XYZ Coaching. So just, again, when you're with clients, do the same thing. Just give them a bit of coaching, and they will give you that fantastic testimonial. Great. Well done, Barry.
Sorry, Frank. No, I didn't get the hang of it. I was concentrating on the chats more than what I was concentrating on you. Sorry.
No, for everyone else. So hope you picked that up.
Yeah. Very good. So who else would like to jump in and do a little bit? Anyone want to put their hand up? And any takers?
Oh, Damien, I saw Damien's hand go up. Thanks, Damien.
It was up. It was up previously. Okay. I'll need a second to remind myself what my big takeouts were.
Again, this is a great place just to try it out. Just the first part. Hi, this is Damien Costello. I'm CEO of XYZ. We help companies too.
Okay. So this is Damien Costello from Decode Innovation. We help medtech, conservative medtech blue chips to design and execute strategic innovation programs. And I've just completed a webinar with Frank, which was full of energy and full of really really valuable information. The key takeaways for me from Frank's webinar was all the attachments on the iPhone, in particular the Samsung Go mic, the subscribe advice for YouTube, and maybe most importantly for me, I think, was the way to control the video that follows you on YouTube, to take back control from YouTube's recommendations. So again, this is Damien Costello from Decode Innovation, and thank you, Frank, for extremely educational video or webinar.
Well done. That was fantastic. That was great. Just following. And again, the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
I have butterflies now after that. Sorry, I don't want to put off the next person, but I'm not sure that I breathed through it at any stage.
I tell you, one of the biggest things is we all get nervous when we're in front of a camera and we see ourselves there. We're like, I don't want to say anything. But this is the best place to practice. Rather practice here, mess it up, and then next time you do it, you're a little bit better, and then you become fantastic.
Yeah, so the sequence would be then, Frank, as we're saying, for the first 20 seconds, credibility. So you're talking about your own company, your name, and then we're moving into 1 minute then of you and your business. So you're, in other words, the person whom you're giving the reference to. Yeah, and then we move into focus on the outcome of why for the person, and then at the end bit, then we just finish off with ourselves of, your business.
Yeah,
your name and thank them. So they're the 4 sequence we use.
So again, like let's say I was going to do something for Speedy Car Wash, it would be something like this. Hi, my name is Frank Furness. I'm an international speaker and coach. I help companies to sell more and use technology better. For the last 3 months, I've been using Speedy Car Wash, and I found 3 things. It saves time. I have coupons. I don't have to carry money with me, and I have the best shine I've ever found with this great car wash. Can't recommend them highly enough. Again, this is Frank Furness, frankfurness.com. It's like boom, boom, boom.
And would it be worth, so obviously I know, like for a lot of us, and I could see then, when you jump into it off the cuff like that, you're thinking about, getting the sequence right and then talking about it. But would it be any harm maybe in having like a script, but obviously for the individual, and then just let them openly say their own stuff? So keep the script as in for themselves, because I think that's where most people stumble, is when they start talking about themselves as opposed to talking about somebody else. So would it be a good idea maybe to have a script, or do you not recommend that?
Again, it's up to you. But if you've got a script, it's going to go something like this. Hello, my name is Frank Furness. I'm a speaker and a coach, and I help companies. So you can see the difference. There's total lack of energy, and you can hear it sounds like it's being read.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, okay,
Barry,
great.
Who's next?
Yeah, who would like to jump in and do one.
Oh,
Okay,
Suzanne,
Suzanne.
yes, Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Okay, I'm going to do it. So great. Hello, my name is Suzanne Farrelly. I'm a human resource consultant. My company is called People and Results, and I work with owners of small and medium-sized businesses, helping them build high-performing teams. Now, I was always very scared about video until I met Frank. Now, Frank has really given me confidence to get myself out there, give it a try. And since I've been working with Frank, I've really noticed that my LinkedIn audience has really increased. I've got my SEO is great. I'm making a lot more money, and I'm really delighted that I was introduced to Frank. So thanks again, Frank. Thanks for your energy and your positivity. Suzanne Farrelly, People and Results, Human Resource Consultant.
Well done. That was fantastic. I loved the beginning there. That was just brilliant. Your elevator speed was fantastic, Suzanne.
Okay,
Good.
Jim, can I, or Barry?
Yeah.
Barry Alistair or Jim, who wants to do it next?
I'll give it a go.
Okay, go for it.
How you doing? I'm Stephen McDonald from Times World Limited. As an international coach, I help business people across the globe to take the red pill and be their best selves. I attended a webinar this evening with Frank Furness, and some of the three takeaways I really resonated with were the key resource sites that he identified, the subscription tip on YouTube, and how to use keywords to maximize your impact and your search capabilities. So again, thank you very much, Frank. I'm Stephen McDonald from Times World Limited.
Brilliant. You see how that just flowed?
Yeah.
And again, that's it. Just great. Just be yourself, natural. It'd be very hard to read that and get that same kind of energy that you got there from Stephen.
Anyone
And,
else join in?
who wants to do it next? Who's going to have a go at it next?
Oh, I see Jim's got his hand up. Jim.
Yeah, I didn't have my hand up. Right, well, I can't do a very good one anyway, because no fault of yours, Frank. I'm Jim Cunningham from JMB Videos, and I did attend that webinar this evening, but unfortunately, because of a poor internet connection, it was come and go, and that was a problem on my end. I picked up little bits of it there. One of the things I'll certainly be looking at is Best Prompter Pro there, just to have a look. I was even looking at it there while in the last few minutes. Unfortunately, I can't say much more simply because of the problems I was having with internet. I live out in the sticks, and because since the lockdown, everybody is using my my wireless internet connection, and it's not the best these days. Again, Jim Cunningham, JMB Videos.
Great. I like your voice there, Jim. You got like a radio announcer's kind of voice.
Thanks very much, Frank. It doesn't sound like that to me.
Okay, who's going to go next, guys? Come on, don't be shy. You only learn by trying.
That's it, yeah.
Jim, can I get you or Barry, Alistair?
Well, there's no critics here. Everybody's welcome.
Barry, great. You saw
Sinead?
muted there, Barry.
What about you?
Barry's going to do it for us now.
No.
Sorry, I was just unmuting my microphone.
Go for it, Barry. Hello, Barry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
So my name's Barry Alistair from T-Cube Co-working. We provide community-spirited workspace for remote workers, entrepreneurs, and startups. I attended Frank Furness's video course, and from that, I was able to produce video that projects my business really clearly to my audience. Better still, those leads have now converted into paying customers. So I'm Barry Alistair from T-Cube Co-working.
Lovely, Barry. Geez, that just like flowed off. That was brilliant. That was great. Well done.
That's because I wrote it down.
Ah. But you didn't read it. You just knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
And again, for all of us, what you want to do is use this with your customers as well. You've just done a job for them. They absolutely love what you've done. Just say to them, can I get a video testimonial? Here's the 3 parts. And if we screw up, we just film it again. And And I always say to them, what's in it for them is the first part where they sell themselves. I'm going to share that with everybody, and it might bring in more business.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah, so that was the point I was saying earlier, Frank, is because when they get to put their business in at the start and the end, you sort of like maintain or make out that it's a promotional video for them as opposed to you. You're just getting a bit in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. You know, I love that. Yeah. Because I know in the past, if I've done promotional videos, it's always been about, you know, you'd be firing questions at them. You know, what about me? And what about this? And how did I get on? And how did I do? Whereas that's just classic. You know, tell me about yourself. Now tell me about me. And now tell me about yourself again.
Yeah. Very simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Is there anyone else would like to jump in and give it a go? Don't worry about the first timers. You know, it's all, there's no one critical here. We just want to give a bit of test. Anyone want to jump in now?
You know something, Barry? What I've been aching for years and years is to hear an Irish Bulgarian accent. Have we got anyone on that's listening to us that might be able to do that tonight?
That
Oh,
was
Svetlana.
cheeky, Frank. Hi, everyone. My name is Svetlana Baikusheva. I'm life and career coach. My company is called Dandelion Coaching. I help people to do what they love and love what they do. I attended Frank's video class, and I really got some valuable tips on how to set up videos, how to do them better, which helped me attract more customers and more traffic to my website, and that brought more clients as well. Once again, Frank, thank you very much for all the tips that you got me. Svetlana Baikusheva, Dandelion Coaching.
Great. You see, just when you've done it a few times, it just sort of flows there. It's just sort of getting, I think it's almost getting the order in your mind and then just running.
Okay. So
Yeah,
look,
it does, definitely. Like when you figure it out, it's really easy.
Okay.
Most people don't want to give you a testimonial because they don't know what to say.
Yeah. I think like what we said at the beginning, like, you know, I didn't think about the process, but when you look at it as 1, 2, 3, it makes it more simple in your own mind before you get into it. And I suppose when you pitch that to somebody that you want to get a, you know, a recommendation from or referral from, well, then this is the way to do it. Like, as you said, pitch it to them, and then, you know, they're promoting themselves as opposed to promoting you, but you just get a bit in the middle. Yeah, that's really good.
Barry, let's move on to the second part. Frank, we're going to have a bit of a get together and introduce everybody. You're welcome to stay, or if you need to go. I know 3 webinars a day would be heavy going for me. I'm tired just doing one. So, Jim, would you like to introduce yourself? Then Damien, then Jim, and then I'll let Barry manage the introductions.
Yes, I'm Jim Johnson. I'm a managing a startup right now and interested in learning what I can about streaming service and what I can do with that.
Okay, well, we'll be doing a lot more events covering streaming technology, all of that. As you see, we're still testing it and looking at what hardware and all we need. But that's great. I hope you're going to keep in touch with us and come to our events. We're going to organize more of these online meetups. Who wants to go next? Jim Cunningham.
Okay. I'm Jim Cunningham. I'm from JMB Videos, Tullamore in County Offaly. We're mainly wedding videographers, and we do a little bit of other stuff at beginning and end of the year at the quiet wedding times. In a normal year, this year is all quiet wedding times, but it's mainly weddings we concentrate on.
Okay, that's great, Jim. Thank you very much. Okay, who wants to introduce themselves next? Or we'll have to pick somebody out of the bucket. Do you want to be one?
I'll go. Anyone who heard me earlier, I'm Damien Costello from Decode Innovation. And as I said, I work with mainly medtech companies on innovation. And with the current lockdown, people's attitudes towards innovation and strategy have changed somewhat. and Manoj knows that in the run up to this, I was looking at changing how I promote myself. I was looking at examining exactly what my next mission in life was going to be, and I've had more time than I'd expected, but probably better quality time to figure all of those things out. So this is a very timely exercise. I'm delighted to be part of it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, Damien. Barry, why don't you talk about TQ?
Sorry, Manoj, myself.
No, Barry Alistair.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, Barry Alistair, and I run some co-working space. I have one in Dublin, in Temple Bar, and I have one in Edenderry in County Offaly. So it's nice to hear another Offaly person on the call there, Jim. Interestingly enough, what Damien was just saying there, actually, I've just spent the last few weeks really thinking, and our co-working spaces have been empty. Everybody's gone home or working from home, and it's kind of it's been pretty interesting, actually. I've done huge amounts of reading over the last few weeks about teal organizations and about how we can bring our business in line with that kind of teal mentality, and to try and stop selling desks and selling the concept of being part of a community. So the community is actually going to be built around what the community wants it to be, not what I want it to be anymore. So it's been really cool. I've enjoyed the last few weeks. I think we should have a COVID every year.
Scary.
Barry, I'm working too hard. I'm working harder than I've ever worked. Normally this time I'd be lying at the pool with a cigar and a single malt. Now I'm having to work. I can't do anything else.
Well, I have to say, Frank, cigars are my only vice in life. Well, the only one I'm going to share online anyway. And yeah, I kind of, I'm kind of a little dismayed because I had probably around 20 odd packs of cigars from Italy, Toscan, the Toscanello
The Toscan,
brand.
yeah, they're lovely, those.
Yeah, and I've run out.
Oh, they're great, those.
And I don't smoke that much. I mean, I don't smoke like 5 a day, and I smoke maybe like 1, possibly 2, if that, So, yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
thought that you were going to say that those cigars are quarantined at the moment.
Well, I contacted some friends in Italy to see if they would send some to me, and they can't even get them in Italy at the moment. So, things pretty bad there, from a cigar point of view, anyway.
Okay, that's great. Sinead, can I convince you, one of the two Sineads, either of you? Everyone's still being very shy. Who wants to go next? I'm not going to try and pick names. Put your hands up.
John. Yeah,
John.
John's going to go.
John's going to go, yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, John, yeah.
All right. My name is John Dean. I own Dean Safe Company, also known as DeanSafe.com. It's a click and mortar store. We're in Los Angeles, California, and we supply security safes and vaults to customers throughout the United States. I am a YouTube buff, and I do enjoy Meetup. I can't tell you how much YouTube has helped me and my channel get some recognition, primarily because we were early to the game, not because we were good, but I'll take what I can get. I truly appreciate the information Frank gave me. The Meetup groups out here in Los Angeles for YouTube and tubers and marketing seem to be dominated by, well, quite frankly, adolescents. It's great to be in a room with adults who absolutely know what they're doing. I probably would never have found you if it wasn't for COVID-19, because I just got on Meetup and started looking for other Meetup groups around the world. I'm absolutely delighted I have, and I don't know how long you've been on Zoom, but I'll be with you as long as you're there. Thank you so much.
That's very kind of you. Who's next? Suzanne, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Is that me?
Yes, Suzanne.
Oh yes, hi. Yes, so I'm a HR, a human resource consultant. My company is People and Results, and I work mainly with owners of small to medium-sized companies who have, say, between 5 and 50 employees who don't have their own in-house HR professional. Working on the full employee life cycle, but really concentrating on high performance. So I've enjoyed the last few weeks. I'm working maybe with a small number of customers, clients, but enjoying the pace, which is a little slower. Yeah, I'm having, but looking forward maybe to getting back to the cut and thrust of things. But delighted to be on here tonight, and thank you for the webinar.
Okay, so who would like to go next?
I suppose I'll kick off next. I'm Steve McDonald. Company I have is Times World Limited. We focus on change, be it organizational change or human change. So my ideal or my preferred side of the business is coaching, transformational coaching with executives and with people who just want to take the red pill and go well beyond what they believe was possible in the past. This has been a very interesting period because it's allowed me to double down on using online platforms like Zoom, like for coaching. And since the start of the year, I've been coaching at a global level and not just at a local level. It's been really, really good for that.
Okay, well, I hope you got some good tips from it today.
Absolutely.
Who would like to go next?
What about you, Manoj? Tell us some of the people about you and what you do.
Oh, I'm not that interesting, Frank. I'm a very, very shy person until you get me talking about. I like innovation. I'm a very broad-based person. I've really been enjoying. I've used video an awful lot for workshops and for my own personal thing, and now I'm really exploring the whole way of how to go and use it as a promotional tool. We have a couple of other innovation ideas in the video monitor, all of that kind of space. And really, as those of you who know me, I tend to run quite a diverse number of meetups, from design thinking, entrepreneurship, coaching. So if you check out the meetups that I run, this really isn't about me, this is about you. So that's all I'd really like to say. But if you want to reach out to me, just drop me a line, and it's manoj@jumpstart.design. And I'll be happy to connect with you and have a one-to-one if you'd like. Or connect with me on LinkedIn.
And what about Barry Lynch?
Yeah, well, it's funny actually, just John talking. I'm involved with a security company. I have done for the last 30 odd years. But I've been coaching as well for about 3-4 years. Well, I've been coaching for about 20 years, but I didn't realize that's what I was doing when I was coaching franchisees. But in the coaching space, I'm only really there about 2 years. But I have a security company also that I've been running, and it's involved mainly locks and alarms and safes and stuff. So that was quite interesting to hear John talk about his safe. So that was like a keen interest there. But yeah, my main, I suppose, focus now is on the coaching, and I'm really enjoying it, getting to know people and getting to know, and I suppose helping them with various aspects of what I learned on my road. And we've teamed up now with Manoj, and Everything Video, and a wealth of knowledge there. Between, I suppose, Manoj and yourself, Frank, it's been certainly eye-opening with the amount of information that's related to various different aspects of. It's not just about the camera and talking to the camera. There's just so much that goes on in the background, and unless you have somebody like Manoj or yourself that's there in the background and I suppose giving you guidance, that's what the important thing is. So for me, for my, I suppose, 25 or 6 years prior to getting involved with all this, it was all about, I was like a lone ranger. You know, I wanted to do everything on my own. I was asking nobody for help. And then it's only in the last, you know, I've been quite successful, but it's only in the last 4 or 5 years I've realized that, you know, you need help, you need guidance, you know, and that's what groups like this are for, you know, to help you to bring you through the journey of the stuff that you don't know. And as I said, like Manoj with a wealth of experience with all this technology and all, and it just helps so much.
Okay. Barry, would you mind doing one thing? Show them the video of Leo, the one I sent you on WhatsApp. Hello?
What do we see? So I share the screen and we'll bring up. I gotta play the video. I'm gonna have to try and see, can I get it out first?
Well, you'll just get it on WhatsApp. You guys are going to love this little video clip. Otherwise, because my WhatsApp, my system here is really struggling, even though it's a very powerful PC. Can you see the WhatsApp thing?
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe I can play it through just 1 minute.
No, there's nothing. It won't come up because I'm using the internet. It won't come up. I can't see any of the videos.
All right, let me share this video with you guys, and you're going to have a good laugh at this rather famous person.
Oh, yes.
Well, we always felt that if you wanted to change things, then politics was the best way to do that. There were a number of things I thought interested in doing. Like, for example, studying medicine. I want to be a doctor.
Everybody see? Is it showing? Not showing yet, Manoj. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. We have it.
Do you want to start it again?
You want to start again, Manoj?
Okay. Now, this is our Taoiseach, our Prime Minister, and it shows you what video and thing do to raise your profile.
I don't come from a political family, but I suppose we always felt that if you wanted to change things, then politics was the best way to do that. There were a number of things I thought interested in doing. Like, for example, studying medicine. I want to be a doctor, but I always realised that doctors can only help a certain number of patients, but the Minister of Health can really change things. Yeah, I think that goes across the board, and I thought that politics was a way you could change things for the better. Why join Fine Gael? There'd be several reasons. I felt that Fine Gael was a particularly pro-European party, and I'd be very passionate about Europe. It was liberal enough to suit my own views, and also I supported this sort of liberal economic policies that Fine Gael would support. I'd like to change everything at some stage or another. I'd certainly like to see us further integrate Europe, but I'd probably be a federalist on European issues. I'd like to see us deal better with the economic growth. If I was ready in 10 years' time, I'd like to be in that.
So it just shows you we live in a world where it's all about promoting and video, and you know, can you see how much he's changed since his March the 17th talk?
When did that date back to Manoj? When was it originally made?
I have no idea, but it's a very young. He looks in his 20s. I think
I'd say it was well before March 17th anyway. Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely, right? So, you know, we all need to get
He's
out
about
there.
41 now, isn't he?
Yes, so we all need to get out there. It's never too late to get onto video. What do you guys think?
Is anyone using TikTok? I've just started using TikTok. John, are you using it for your business?
I use it quite a bit, but I haven't really, you know, I advise people on it, but I'm too camera shy to get in front of it.
What about you, John, in LA?
I'd love, I can't help but watch it. It absolutely fascinates me. It's eating up a lot of my social media time. I did talk to my granddaughter and said, look, if you can learn a dance that'll work with bad knees, I'll do it with you. But I'm not sure I could really market on there. It is a fairly young audience, I think. But
actually, John,
there's something about it.
There's a lot of locksmith stuff. I shared a couple of videos, and maybe if you connect with Barry or myself, we'll share some of the TikToks that the locksmiths and the safecrackers are doing.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
The guy's quite amazing. You know, there's a lot of great ideas and stuff on there. And, you know, like today's kids are video native, and we need to catch up.
Yeah.
They're so clever.
Frank, how relevant do you find it, or what would your recommendations be about how seriously we should take TikTok?
I use it more for my fun stuff, like my single malt stuff. So I can't see people watching sales videos or technology videos on there, you know. So
It's
I
more
just
of a
do
younger
almost
audience.
like a Facebook kind of thing.
Yeah. But do you think it's maybe more of a younger audience? You know,
Yeah.
well, we know it is, but you know, do you see that's where it's going to go?
Yeah. And they want entertainment. That's what they're looking for there. I don't think it's a real business channel yet.
Yeah. There's some really strange dynamics that I haven't fully figured out, but it is, John, it certainly is compelling. And but there's no narrative. There's a huge amount of repetition, and yet, I mean, all of the things that you would say you needed for some form of compelling audiovisual medium, it seems to break all of those rules, and yet, so I haven't fully figured out exactly what's going on there, but it is fascinating.
But it's going to create a whole new nation of video makers. They're absolutely fearless. They're doing what they need to do. Can you think of those kids in 5 years' time? They're going to be like years ahead of anyone else on video.
Absolutely, Frank, absolutely. Miriam, we haven't heard anything from you. You're very quiet.
I am indeed.
Come on.
I'll switch on my
yourself.
camera. Hold on. I'll switch on the camera.
There we go.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was sort of just in the background there because I've had a full day on Zoom and I'm zoomed out, as they say at this stage. So I'm Miriam O'Donoghue and I am an educational consultant and trainer. So I work primarily with teachers and obviously mainly in a face-to-face context. So my challenge really at the moment is how do I get some of my stuff online, which is very tactile because I work a lot with Lego Serious Play. So it doesn't convert well into an online experience where you're used to collaborating and building things together and so on. So that's my challenge.
There is a way you can do that, Miriam, if you want to think about this. If the kit is distributed to people, then what you do is you make one person an assembler, and then the team, kind of we're doing a round robin, can say, okay, put the blue brick on top this way and so on. And they're showing with their own kits, and it becomes a collaborative as well as an individual activity. And I think there's a lot more that we can do online in education. And I was talking with people, but it takes a lot of work to design it.
It's a big job. And currently the amount of Lego that I would bring to a workshop is pretty significant. So even if you bring it online, you have to really think about how you can slim it right down, you know, to just maybe a small bag of bricks or whatever. But anyway, I mean, I'm working through it at the moment and trying to come up with some ideas. But it is a big problem in the education world because even bringing Lego into a classroom for children to share it now, you know, it's kind of going forward, it's going to be a no-go for a while because it's the whole area of cleaning the Lego and, you know, so there's a lot of challenges there. And then people coming close to each other. So while I can probably bring some elements of the training online, how useful it will be to the teachers, particularly at this point in time, you know, it's debatable. But anyway, I mean, I'm working through it, but it's taking me weeks and weeks of just thinking and pondering and would this work and would that work, and you know, and I don't want to devalue it and take away from the actual value of people sitting down together and constructing. And so I don't want to bring it online just for the sake of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Otherwise, it ends up being a solution looking for a problem.
Exactly.
Sinead, is there any chance we can get you to say hello?
So Sinead, come on there within the message, chat message, just to say she's having problems with her mic. She's trying to get it sorted.
All right, my apologies. If you want, you can type it and Barry will read it.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome to do so.
Is she typing something there, Barry?
Not as yet, no. And what about maybe the other Sinead?
Okay, I think the other Sinead is gone, or I can't see her. My screen is too small.
It's
Okay. Anyone else want to pipe in? We don't want to make it forced. We are going to be covering TikTok. I'm trying to get one of the top people on TikTok. I'm talking to 3 or 4 of them. I'm talking with people to talk about Twitch. We're going to try to cover animation. So we're going to cover lots of topics. The whole idea is video is a very broad area. We're also going to be running events covering how people are reinventing their businesses with video. So we're going to be covering those topics as well over the coming couple of months. So please look out for it when we get it finalized, because I'm sure you appreciate it takes a lot of effort to put this together. We couldn't have done it without Frank and Barry. So could you guys give a big applause to Frank for taking the time out and for Barry for helping out? And of course, without the audience, this wouldn't be an event, would it? So thank you very much for taking the time.
Thanks,
So Manoj, before we finish, we've got to have some winners here.
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. Go, I want to give something away.
Yeah, let's do it. Go for it, Frank.
So who do you think? I'm going to leave it to you and Barry.
No, Frank, you do it. Right?
Okay, I've had a look at everyone and I've decided Suzanne and Barry Alistair going to be our 2 winners today. So well done, the 2 of you. If you'll just drop me an email, you'll see it's in the chat box there, frank@frankfurnace.com, and just say, hey, I'm a winner. Where's my prize? Give it about 20 minutes. Look in your junk folder as well, but you'll see there's login details there, and you'll really enjoy that. And also, Manoj, if I could just mention to them, on Thursday, I'm doing another webinar on article marketing and blogging. So if anyone's interested, drop me an email. It's a free webinar as well on article marketing and blogging.
All right. I think one of the events we should do, Frank, is how to do successful webinars. Maybe we could do that as another talk next month or something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'll chat with you about, because I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry about some of the technical problems, but it's all a work in progress.
And thank you, Manoj. You've done a great job there. Everyone, let's give it a big round for Manoj. I know how much work's gone in there. Well done, buddy.
All right. Frank, you were also going to take a random person?
A random person. Okay, I'm going to do this with my mouse. The winner tonight is Frank Furnace. No. Let's go around there. Svetlana.
Thank you.
You're a winner. Will you drop me an email also, frank@frankfurnace.com?
Sure.
So again, I need those emails, and then I can log you in and send you your prizes.
Okay, just one quick thing I would really appreciate. We're thinking of having Frank come over in September if this thing is there for a full day hands-on workshop. Could you guys just put your hands up if you would be interested, just to get a rough idea of it? You'd have to pay for it, of course. We'd run it in a hotel, and we'd have an online element as well. So just would like to get some feedback of how many people would be interested in doing a full day workshop.
On a particular topic, is it?
On this topic, expanded much more. Video marketing.
Okay, yep.
Anyone
Online.
else?
Maybe.
John,
Online.
no, John, you got to come over. We got to meet you.
It's a long trip.
It's a good excuse to travel
Absolutely, but
and visit
right
Europe.
now I'm a little nervous about it.
And John, if you've never been to Ireland, once you're there, you'll never want to leave.
I understand.
You can protect yourself in one of the big safes.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, thank you very much. And we look forward to you coming along regularly. Please do spread the word. If you can send people to the meetup link, it would be really great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Manoj.
Drop me
Thanks,
an email.
Frank.
Thanks, Manoj.
Thank
See
you.
See you.